It is December 23rd, 2024, and so much has happened in the last 3 weeks that I can't believe I am still standing. This year had so many highs and so many wonderful moments of self-discovery and truly just coming into alignment with self and just freedom and fun. The funnest fucking summer that I've had in so long. I really felt my inner child just springing forth and just so much joy and freedom. But Q4 wasn't fucking around. Q4 has been so interesting. Coming into relationship with somebody that I absolutely love and adore, but also experiencing some major losses from my car, the engine on my car going out while I'm on the freeway, to the very next day finding out I'm pregnant, which is like the best news I've ever gotten as someone who has been trying to conceive for years and thought themselves to potentially be infertile. Finding out the next day I was pregnant and just kind of, charging it to like contrast and the fact that this universe depends on contrast, and you can only feel one thing to the capacity that you are willing to feel its opposite. So I'm like, okay, my car is gone, but I got this other thing, contrast, or even, to just a couple months later, like losing the baby that I've been calling in for years. Being in Jamaica while it happened, getting rear-ended a couple weeks later in my partner's car, not making it home for the holidays, not making a flight. And damn, this shit has been really heavy, and I'm really trying to just keep a positive outlook. Not even necessarily keep a positive outlook, but just stay grounded. I don't believe in like false positivity, but I do think that we can stay grounded and stay grateful and stay faithful and recognize that faith only works when you're exercising that muscle. Like, there's no point in having faith when everything is going your way. You don't have nothing to believe for when you have everything. But when things are challenging and adverse, that's when we really can exercise that muscle in a way that it hasn't been exercised before. And a metaphor is like when you go to the gym and you're working out, it's like you lift a weight that's heavier than the weight or you just started working out, so you're lifting weight, and after that you're sore. Why are you sore? Because your muscle is tearing, but it tears to grow. And I feel like I'm at the tearing phase again in my life again, because boy, if I haven't been here enough already, I don't know. I'm strong, for tough, babes. Like, I'm strong. I'm super duper strong. Like, even in the midst of like grief and having waves of sadness, I know I'm strong AF. And like the things that I've been through over the last couple of years would have taken a lot of people out. Not even the last couple of years, but like over the course of my life, a lot of the things that I've been through would have taken a lot of people out. Like, ended up, who knows, on drugs, in an insane asylum, in jail. Like, who knows, but it has really only pushed me into a closer relationship with God and myself, and really prompted me to strive to be a better person internally, and just become more of a pure channel in everything that I do. That's the ultimate goal really for me, is just like, how pure can I be in my expression? How much of my ego and my attachment can I empty out so that I can create space for God to flow through me? And so with every challenge I meet, I'm like, okay, where is the resistance showing up in this? And can I release the resistance and just be? And if I can just be in it, then that is an indication that I've cleared space, you know. Granted, we're human and we have to feel our emotions in order to create that space. And so I'm not in resistance to being able to feel. I think that's a super important part of it. But it's like, okay, I'm feeling so that I can then open up that channel, you know. So yeah, man, this Q4 of 2024 has been something else. It's been something else, man. I just can't believe the series of events that have unfolded in my life over the last couple of months. And like I said, just coming from this beautiful summer portal where I like met this incredible man to then, you know, being pregnant like right away, you know, a month after being intimate with this person. And then losing the baby. And I'm just, you know, telling myself like God is just giving me more opportunity to become even more locked in, to build a stronger foundation, because I know that this is a possibility now. It's like you don't all the way prepare for something that you feel like might not happen. And for me, I felt like motherhood might not happen because I have gone through surgeries. My womb, you know, has developed polyps and redeveloped polyps after surgeries. And I just thought I could not get pregnant. I just thought I couldn't get pregnant. And so I never really thought like, well, let me plan for pregnancy. Like, what does that actually look like? You know, even though I definitely would have done a great job if that manifestation were to come to full fruition, you know, and I would have been able to have this child. Like, I know I would have been prepared and equipped, but I'm like, okay, maybe there's an extra level of preparation that I can come into, that God will make me aware of later down the line, or that, you know, I will say that like going through this 7-8 weeks of knowing I was pregnant has really motivated me in a whole different way. Like, I know what people say. I know what people mean when they say like they have my kids is my motivation. Like, I get it now because I'm just like, I didn't even get to have the kid and I still feel so just like motivated to be a better person, to be a more equipped person, to be a more prepared person. And so I'm just really, you know, amidst the waves of grief that I'm navigating, I'm also just like affirming to myself that, A, what a blessing to know that I can conceive and that this is a possibility for the future. And B, when that future arrives, I'll be in a great position to really hold on to that blessing and to cultivate it in a way that God would want me to cultivate it, because ultimately that's God's child. And, you know, I'm also realizing that with this situation too, is like that's God's baby. You know, everything that comes out of me, a creation, as a result of my vessel, it still belongs to God, you know. So ultimately I just got to give that back, give every blessing back, be willing to just give every blessing back, and just know like if it's my time, then I'm going to be able to experience that for the allotted amount of time that God wants me to experience it. After that, I have to be willing to give it back, you know. And that's true flow, that's true surrender. So really just practicing being willing and allowing. It's not easy. This is definitely like one of the hardest times I've had to navigate, you know, especially like last year, all of last year, I was like navigating the loss of my brother. And then this year, you know, things really started to look up, and they're still looking up. You know, I can't even throw the whole year away or throw my whole future away just from this. But it's like, damn, that just hit me again, like another wave of grief, another wave of loss, you know. And so I'm just praying that things will begin to like settle, and I can really just come into a state of peace and flow with life, and really just experience the joy of family and loved ones. And yeah, man, I really wish I would have made it to Seattle. My mom had this beautiful party for herself because her birthday is December 18th. It's the 23rd now. Her birthday was on the 18th, and she had all my cousins and my sister and my nephew and my step siblings. Everyone came together, and I was the only one in Atlanta. And I was just like, man, this is really heartbreaking. Like, in 2025, I'm definitely prioritizing family in a way that I haven't before. I really am emphasizing the value in community, family, and just togetherness. I've had to do a lot on my own. It's like I kind of had to get away and put distance between me and my family so that I could really come into my own. But now I'm at a place where I'm like, okay, I'm strong enough and healed enough to where I can come back and I can hold my vibration and I can hopefully, just I actually don't even, the goal isn't even to lift anybody up. It's really just be present. You don't got to try to do much. If God is in a room, the room is going to change. I'm not saying I'm God, but if I'm embodying my highest energy, then that means I'm a conduit and I'm a channel for God energy. And so I don't have to try to do anything. Just by being there, it's going to shift. So, man, really prioritizing that going forward. It's been a long road and it's been a lot of work on my own, and I know that I need my family. And as I create my own family and go into motherhood, like I want to make sure like the bonds are strong, the lineage is strong, everyone's doing all right. Like that's so important to me. So yeah, man, life has just been a freaking whirlwind, and I just know 2025 better come with them blessings, because I literally sat at my altar today and I was like, y'all, I can't, like, no more wait for a while because I can't transmute it right now. I don't have the capacity. Like, I'm carrying a lot. Like, we got to work through some of this baggage before we start to, like, get to any new lessons. Like, let's do a little review, take some tests and pass some things and, matriculate onto, like, before we matriculate. Like, it's just a lot. So yeah, man. Definitely just a slight feeling of emptiness and like just, I don't know. I'm like, what could I have done differently? What could I have done differently? That's the hardest thing, I guess. It's just like, maybe there's an alternative, thinking there's this alternative timeline where I had this baby and things just, I don't know, maybe manifested differently. And I'm just like, what was the thing that split, where I went on this timeline, and that was the timeline where I actually got to experience the manifestation. What were the choices, And maybe it's not even that, but it's hard for me to not let my mind go to that place, I just have to trust that I'm on the highest timeline. I'm experiencing the greatest possible outcome for my life, and God is preparing me in ways that I can't even imagine. So yeah, I'm excited to spend Christmas Eve and Christmas with my boo. And he surprised me with a Christmas tree yesterday, which felt so good. That's something I've always wanted. I'm just happy. I really appreciate him, and I really love him. And he's just been so supportive through this whole process, which I don't know if I could get through it by myself. So I'm so grateful. I'm still counting my blessings. I'm absolutely still counting my blessings, because regardless of the hardship of this year, like, I'm in such a beautiful space. So I give thanks, and I really look forward to 2025.